was a good prospect for so long. Ryan Buckner really had great seasons in the past as well with the Padres and did stuff good. And last year he was great, and he's starting to bounce back a little bit. Jake Diekman as well, good name. Liam Hendricks having a great season this year, All-Star. Ismael Petit, very respected in the baseball world. AJ Pug being the top prospect that he is, and just you can just go on with the names. But the big thing with the bullpen is consistency, and that's something that's going to have to be done with Detroit. If they can get on a roll or something against the Detroit Tigers, this would be a tremendous time to get things going, especially when you're facing a good team in Houston, at Houston. You're going to just try to do the most against them. Chris Herman, Sean Murphy, and Josh Phegley are the catchers in the active roster. Dustin Garneau can basically be that guy that can come in and probably steal a spot, whether it be Chris Herman or it could be Josh Phegley or Sean Murphy. You never know, but very impressed from what I saw of Sean Murphy. I did go to the game where he made his debut on Tuesday night, and he did amazingly well behind the dish as well. A lot of people credited just the home run, but I was very impressed of the shutout that he caught, and he called the game. Very impressed of this kid. He is a kid that's basically hyped up to be one of the better defensive catchers, and if he can continue to show power, you have a guy, a chance of having a guy that is going to be top 10 catcher very soon, and hopefully he can get things going and being the main catcher for the postseason, because he is one of those guys you can give faith to. I mean, coming into the first game and having such a splash like that, it is very impressive. So the infielders right now: Franklin Barreto, Matt Chapman, Sheldon Neuse, Matt Olson, Jerickson Profar, Marcus Semien. Now, one guy that I want to kind of take out in the infield spot is Jerickson Profar, because he has been experimented in left field, but who knows? You know, he had to take advantage of the little struggling times of the left field situation. But definitely, Jerickson Profar looks better in left field than second base. I can tell you that much. Not as scared for him, and I think it does boost his confidence that he is doing something right, I guess. So continuing to have Jerickson Profar is a good thing to do. I mean, who knows? He can probably break out and have a great left field rest of experience in September or something. But really liked Jerickson Profar the other day. I think it was 2 days ago where I went back-to-back games against the Angels and really loved what Jerickson Profar did. He hit a home run right-handed, and he just made two incredible plays in the outfield, left field. So it's very good to see at least getting some things back from that big trade that we had. Emilio Pagan having a really great season, and Eli White being a good prospect as well. And getting Jerickson Profar, you want to see something good happening with Jerickson Profar. You never want to root against him. I know I've been a little negative with him lately, but you know, if he can turn things around, it is not too late. Still, this is the most perfect time to start turning things on. But I would consider him more in the outfield than second base, because it looks like Sheldon Neuse is being given proper time at second base to show what he can do. Neuse hasn't been taking advantage of it lately. And that is something that, you know, I got to say. He's batting 176. He is attracting the walks, 3 walks, but he hasn't really been doing much lately. You know, 17 at-bats and only 3 hits. So let's see what he can do against Detroit. Probably this boosts up his confidence as well. Going against easier pitching, I guess you can say. But pitching is pitching in the MLB. But definitely see what Sheldon Neuse can give you in this perspective. But the outfielders right now: Seth Brown, Mark Canha, Robbie Grossman, Ramon Laureano returning today, Chad Pinder. Now, there's going to be a lot of changes just with Ramon Laureano, because Ramon Laureano was having a phenomenal season after being shut down for at least a month. And he is ready to take over, ready to get his spot back. He was hitting well from what I'm hearing in his rehab stint. Very encouraging to have Ramon Laureano back here with the Oakland Athletics in the main roster. Now, Mark Canha, like I said, was going crazy at center field, but with the bat, didn't really have that big amount of highlight reels defensively. But he is just someone that you just got to root for. Mark Canha is a very likable character. He's just putting the passion that he does every game. Just very, 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 very intriguing to have Mark Canha in your team. It's just amazing, and we're really lucky to have such a great player like Mark Canha. And now what you might see, him being so good with the bat, I wouldn't be surprised benching Chad Pinder a little more. Because one person that does stand out right now is Seth Brown, who is hitting phenomenally well ever since he's been called up. As you guys remember, they DFA'd Nick Martini for Seth Brown to get called up. And right now, in 29 at-bats, he has 13 hits, 9 ribbies, batting .448, on-base percentage of .484. Now, that is extremely impressive. When you want to mention Seth Brown, he is doing everything right. He already has 2 triples and 3 doubles. So that is something that you just got to just give props to, and he's only stricken out 5 times. So that is something that you just gotta admire, So he is making noise, and he is basically trying to compete and get a spot in this really good situation for the Oakland Athletics. Robbie Grossman hitting a little better as well. Chad Pinder is really, really struggling. I haven't seen a game where he's been effective at all with the bat in a while. So let's see if this starts pressuring Chad Pinder as well. So we'll see what's up. I mean, this is a team that shows a lot of integrity. Like I said yesterday, proves it, being down so much and then not giving up and just keep coming in and pulling out the win. That says a lot about what this team is about. It really sets in the mood of when you're playing against the Oakland Athletics, what they are capable of doing. It is going to be something that's going to be really, really fun to watch, to see if they can replicate that in the postseason, and who knows, probably have a good run for the ring. So that is the roster spot. Chris Davis is the last player that I didn't mention. He's in the DH situation, really kind of having a little bit of more noise with the bat. Already has 19 home runs. He got 2 more after coming back from the paternity leave. So who knows? Maybe this will help him out. 60 ribbies, so he's contributing there. The main leader for ribbies right now is Matt Chapman with 78. So let's see what he can do with that. And then Marcus Semien with 75. Matt Olson with 69. The homers are really, really big, though. That's the one that's really, really big, because we have 2. It looks like we have 4 or 5 players above the 20 home run mark. Mark Canha having 23, Ramon Laureano having 21, Marcus Semien having 26, Matt Chapman having 31, and Matt Olson having 28. So that is 5 guys above the what's it called, the 20 home run mark. And there's a lot of double digit homers as well. A's being one of the better power hitting teams. Now, what can we do with this? The A's do have something going on here in the AL, in the AL League. So we see the next couple of games. We see the rest of the Oakland schedule, rest of Tampa schedule, rest of Cleveland schedule. Between the 3, the A's do seem like they have the easier schedule out of the 3 that are competing for a wild card spot. Now, if the Oakland A's do want to be in the best situation, is to win the first place wild card spot. And that is the most important thing for Oakland right now, because you get home court advantage. Or home field advantage, So the Oakland A's are competing with Tampa and Cleveland, obviously. I guess you don't have to exclude Boston, just because, maybe Boston does pull a wonder and then it can be in that situation. But that would have to mean that Tampa, Oakland, and Cleveland are all losing, and they're 5.5 behind the wild card spot. So let's see what can happen between that. But right now, I'm just including those three. Cleveland's next couple of games, they have 3 against Minnesota, 3 with LA and the Angels. They got 3 with Minnesota again, 3 with Detroit, 3 with Philly, 3 with the White Sox, and 3 with Washington. Now, Minnesota twice, Philly once, and Washington once. That is 4 games that you are going to play that is teams that are contenders. Can this be positive for Oakland? Definitely. You know, you want the other teams to play with the best teams out there, you know, and that is, I mean, you have them earn it, you know. But Tampa's schedule, 4 with Toronto, 3 with Texas, 3 with LA and the Angels, 2 with the LA Dodgers, 1 with Boston, 3 with Boston, 2 with New York, and 3 with Toronto. So they got the Dodgers, Boston, and New York. So they have a pretty good schedule in there as well. Boston definitely going to play out and try to win those games. The Dodgers definitely want to have the best record in the MLB. So do the New York Yankees. So you know dang well they're going to try to do something. And let's go to Oakland's schedule. 4 in Detroit starting today. 4 in Houston, which is going to be the make or break series in my opinion. 3 with Texas, 3 with Kansas City, 3 more with Texas, 2 games with the Angels, and closing it out the year again with the Seattle Mariners. Now, the make or breaks games, it's either Houston or Seattle, you know, because I mean, you just got to say that Seattle's the last game, and if we're that close, you just got to beat Seattle, you know. Who knows what could happen if Oakland can do this and Oakland can win. They can probably do some things, you know. And okay, so what I have here is predictions for this Oakland A's team. Detroit, I feel like we're going to win that series. Houston will probably tie because Houston's very, very hard at home. 3 with Texas, I think we'll win that one. Kansas City, I think we'll win that one. Texas again, we might lose that series the second time. You never know, because Texas can be a streaky team. You never know. The Angels, I think they'll win that one. But Seattle, I think we'll tie that one. Just because Seattle, they just know how to play against us, in my opinion. And we're gonna play them. I think it's at home. We're not gonna play them in Oakland. We're gonna play them at their house. So it's gonna be pretty interesting to see what can happen. Now, there is a player that could contribute with Oakland, and that player's name is Jeremy Jeffries. He was cut, really just let go, not wanted in the MLB roster. So what can happen, you know? And he is a guy that has a lot of postseason experience as well. Pitched well with the Brewers. It's, you know, it doesn't hurt to try to get him, you know. And we'll see what's up. There's still some players that we can get. So a lot of opportunities and a lot of possibilities for Oakland. But those are my predictions for the Oakland side of it. Congratulations to Las Vegas and congratulations to Midland for making the playoffs as well. Next week, next week we will have only 4 more series left. So as we get closer to the beginning of playoffs, I will do my predictions more often and predictions of roster, and we'll see what these teams will look like. Definitely looking like it's going to be a good time to be an A's fan. The lineup today against the Tigers, which is going to be the continuation of May 19th. Simeon at shortstop leading off, Chapman at third, batting second, Pinder at right field, batting third. Davis at DH, batting fourth, just like how it was last time. Noisy at second,